Hi, I'm Gina,
I'm Earl.
and you have reached Two Idiots and 20 Acres. This is our little slice of YouTube where we discuss our homestead adventure. And so at this point, we have our tiny house. So if you've seen the last video, you saw the arrival of our tiny house. And if this is your first time with us, welcome. We're happy that you're here. And if you are a returning person, thank you, thank you, thank you. We have not been actually here in this house in 3 weeks because life. But if you've watched any of our other videos, you'll notice something different behind us. A new backdrop, which is actually the wall. We have we were going so quickly. We were moving so fast, getting all the wood up, and we are so close to done. And then the universe decided that we were moving too quickly and things were going too well and everything was too efficient. And so the hammer dropped, and we had to stay home for 2 weekends in a row, which was equals about 3 weeks for us here. And so we're finally back here and we are ready to share our next video, which is basically phase one of the conversion of our shed, our Dirksen shed, into the livable tiny house. The first few minutes is us sweating our behinds off. Remember that? God, it was hot. So this, at this point, it's probably, God, what time, when was this?
I don't know when we started. I don't know.
It's probably August-ish, I want to say. And hot as hell. Yeah, because we got the house in July.
Okay.
So it's July, August 2023.
Nice and cool.
2023? Yeah. I don't even know what year it is anymore. Yeah, so it hot, 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 hot. And so that's just us speeding through and trying to get everything insulated because our thought process was if the faster we can get it insulated, the less horribly hot it would be. How'd that go over?
It was still hot.
It was still hot.
We need a bigger air conditioner.
So yeah, this is just us putting up all of the insulation and
And we bought the wrong kind once. I had to take it back.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what I noticed? I hate insulation. So far out of everything that we have done, insulation has been the worst. It itches, it gets in the air, it gets in your lungs. It's too hot to wear long sleeves, so that's not going to happen. So you pretty much just have to suffer through it. We had to go back to Home Depot, no,
Lowe's.
Lowe's, because that's all they have here, but it's fine. Checking in. Yeah, I can say beyond a shadow of a doubt, insulation sucks. Don't like it. I'm itching like a mofo.
Do it one more time.
And it was hot, so hot in there. Yeah, we had to crawl around to get the top part done. We did have, what did we just take a
Scaffold.
Okay, this
Scaffolding.
because words are hard. I have my helper. Scaffolding. We had the scaffolding up for that, which we wound up using the scaffolding. I'm sure you've seen it in other videos where we just use it as a table and then like just a catch-all for all kinds of crap. And we just took that down and disassembled it. So that was a little benchmark or milestone for us. So yeah, lots of insulating. We had to go back. Okay. In the side part of our loft, it was
Two by
thin.
fours. It's 2x4s on the flat instead of regular.
Okay, 2x4s on the flat instead of regular. So we had to use the, what is that? The foam insulation. That wasn't much better. I wouldn't say.
It didn't itch.
It didn't itch, but the little white pieces were flipping everywhere. I mean, everywhere. can see us putting the scaffolding up. I think that was the only time we used the scaffolding for
Before the
what it
ceiling.
was originally, for what nature intended us to use scaffolding for, not hat racks and storage.
Now I gotta know where to put my hat.
I'll find a place to put your hat. Don't worry. But that was that was like 2 or 3 weeks of misery, and we couldn't sleep here. That was the other thing. Like, I feel like I want to itch just by talking about it. We couldn't sleep here because you're so itchy. I'm like, I have to go home and take a shower. And then you can see in one of the parts of the video is what I imagine the inside of my lungs to look like with just the light coming through the window and all of the insulation in the air. We worked well into the night to get that done because at that point we were just determined to be finished with it. And we are so close. We literally only have 5 little more spots to do. We're gonna go to Lowe's and get the last of what we need. We are changing this out for something that we can put a ceiling fan on because that's not gonna work. No big deal. We're gonna put a board across it and it's gonna be all good. And then we use some of our extra to block out the heat from the window. But yeah, we have a ginormous mess, but at least it's not, well, I was getting ready to say at least it's not the regular insulation, but that's what we're going to get. So we're going to be itching for just a little tiny bit longer, and yeah, we're almost done the funky part, and then we'll be on to other funky parts. We were so determined to get this finished that I was holding the flashlight while he was putting the insulation up. Now we needed to put stairs on the front of the cabin. Let me just say this. I feel cheated.
Why?
Because had I known that I was ever going to do this in my life, I would have paid better attention in math. Nobody told me I was really going to need to use rise over run. Pythagorean theorem, not my friend. And every time I was looking up how to build stairs, that was the first thing that came up, was rise over run. And so, yeah, I would have paid better attention in math class had I known that this was going to actually be, this was going to be a thing. So we went to Lowe's again. And the last time we went to
Climbing over the
Lowe's,
insulation.
when we had to go get the insulation that we needed, the insulation was strapped down. I mean, like strapped down. And so we were so tired, he climbed over the insulation to cut it out so that we could get the piece we need, so that we could finish insulating everything in the dark. Then we had to go back and see these people again when we had to go by the stairs. We bought, I don't even know, what is that called? This part. Is that a stringer?
Yes.
I don't know what the heck it is. It's the piece that actually has the steps carved, the thing you're supposed to use for the rise over run calculations on. We were not having that. And so we went to Lowe's and we bought the longest one that we could find, which turned out to be just a tad bit short. Don't worry, we fixed it. Yeah, so this was all just us. Okay, look, I'm not gonna lie. This was Earl. He did it. I was
What are you
just
talking
there
about?
for moral support. Anybody that's out there that knows how to build stairs is probably laughing at us or screaming bloody murder.
It's not just days.
It is what it is. Yeah, like we probably did it all wrong, and we know this.
It hasn't fallen down yet.
It's still there. It still works. It's still pretty solid. If you have any tips, go ahead and write it in the comments. I'll be, as long as they're nice, because we don't know what we're doing. So just let's start with that. Just to be fair, next time we have to have a building like the barn or the big house that we intend to build, we're going to flatten out that land really nicely before, because I'm not doing this whole let's build stairs thing again. It wasn't horrible, but I don't want to do it again. I don't want to do it again. It's not the worst thing we've ever done. I mean, it wasn't insulation, right?
Yeah, we're outside.
We were outside. I got to use the drill. You know, power tools make me happy. I got to wear. Look, I'm gonna be honest too. My outfits in this, it was hot, and look, it was. I had to wear some. At that point, I just didn't care. I'll be honest. I didn't care. I just needed stairs. I needed it to be done. So I had my big old boots on and whatever. And then we just put the pieces on, and we had stairs. And yeah, the first step was a doozy. So I had to add some cinder blocks underneath it to make it manageable. Then we built a wall. So the last thing we did was we built the wall to separate the bathroom and the kitchen. And that was pretty simple. And I know we probably overuse wood. We probably put a lot of extra wood in there, a lot of support pieces and things to drill in. And somebody has a good time with 45-degree angles.
No, don't. What do I got 45-degree angles in on?
Every single piece of wood has a 45. I'll just put a 45 in it.
Oh, you're talking about the screw.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Lots of them. And it's good.
That's how they
It's
shoot the
good.
nails in.
I pretty much just stand there and hold things while he puts all the screws in, and that's fine as well. I'm the counterweight. So yeah, so we got the wall up, and now we have an official place for a bathroom, and that's where we stopped. And it's not a very long video. I mean, it's only about 10 minutes of us running around doing stuff, but that was phase one. I feel like that's where it stopped. That's where we got stuck.
Yeah, that was when we didn't have any
Yeah.
electricity.
So at that point, we still didn't have electricity, and we had to
Wait.
we had to wait. And that was okay because now it's starting to get into fall, and there's a whole lot of fall berries and things to find, and I was living my best life with that, I'm not gonna lie. So I have like the next video is just me foraging around looking for things. If you're not into canning and finding wild things in your area, you probably won't like it, but that is it for this one. It was quick on film because it was repetitive and the same thing over and over again, but it was hot and long and itchy for us. But it's done. It's done. It's done until we have to do the giant farmhouse. I'll say giant, giant for, in comparison.
Like twice as big as this.
More than twice as big. That is it. A big thank you to LS Tractor for giving us a shout out on the tractor video that we put up. That was kind of cool to have them comment on the video. And if you have any suggestions, anything nice, let us know. Let us know what we did wrong, which is probably a lot. If you know how to do it or you have any other better ways of doing things, I am open. Some people can't handle that kind of thing. I look forward to it. So that's where we are. And if you stuck around this whole time, I appreciate it. So, anything you want to say?
Thanks.
All right. Yeah, that was it. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.